My neighbor called CPS on me for neglect, so I exposed her as the real danger to children. My neighbor Karen moved in next door with her 6-year-old twins and immediately declared war on my children's right to exist outdoors. And I don't mean normal neighbor complaints about parties or music. I mean she knocked on my door the first week to inform me that children playing outside after 5 p.m. was inconsiderate to working adults. She actually used those words while holding a clipboard like she was taking official notes. 2 days after she first moved in, I noticed passive-aggressive notes taped to my door. The first one complained about my son Jake dribbling his basketball at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday. She wrote 3 paragraphs about how the sound disrupted her work-from-home schedule and suggested I enroll him in quieter activities like chess club. The second note came after my daughter Emma drew a hopscotch course on our driveway. Karen called it vandalism and threatened to report it to the HOA. While she was busy policing my children, I started noticing things about hers. The twins would stand at their window for hours, pressing their hands against the glass while Karen sat in her driveway scrolling through her phone. She'd leave them alone in the house while she went to the corner store. I knew because the twins would escape and wander into my yard looking for their mom. I'd have to walk them back and wait on her porch until she returned 20 minutes later. Everything changed on a Friday afternoon. 2 CPS workers showed up at my door with clipboards and serious expressions. They said there were allegations of the kids screaming at all hours and being left alone for extended periods. My heart had already dropped into my stomach as I let them inside. Jake and Emma were at the kitchen table doing homework and eating apple slices with peanut butter. In just seconds, the investigators were rifling through our home while my whole body trembled with humiliation and fear. They interviewed each child for 2 hours like it was an interrogation, and they were trying to extract government secrets. Emma came out of the room confused and scared, whispering she was sorry for whatever she did wrong. My heart shattered. One worker casually mentioned this was the 3rd report this month, so they had to be this harsh. Eventually, they realized the reports were false and left, but something in me was screaming at me to look outside. As soon as I did, I spotted Karen on her porch filming everything with that satisfied smirk. That night, I heard Karen's twins crying for 2 straight hours. Then a loud slap echoed through the walls and everything went silent. The sound made me physically sick. She was destroying my life while her own children suffered right next door. But I wasn't going to let this continue. I installed security cameras on my property that happened to capture her front door and driveway perfectly and started documenting everything in a notebook with dates and times. Every Friday night, her car would disappear for girls' night, and those 6-year-old twins would be left alone for hours at a time. Every Saturday, she left for extended brunch dates, and the same thing would happen. I wanted to report this immediately, but waited 3 days to establish a clear pattern that couldn't be explained away. On the first day, I noticed Karen leaving at 7 p.m. in a tight dress and heels. She stumbled home at 4:30 a.m. so drunk she couldn't get her key in the door. My cameras caught the twins crying at the window when she came home, begging her to make them food. The second day was somehow worse. She left for brunch at noon wearing designer sunglasses and a sundress like she didn't have a care in the world. She posted Instagram stories of bottomless mimosas while her kids were trapped inside. The footage showed one twin trying desperately to open the front door after 3 hours alone. He pulled and twisted the handle over and over before sliding down to sit against the door. His brother brought him crackers from somewhere and they ate them on the floor by the entrance waiting for her. She didn't return until 7 p.m. carrying shopping bags. The third day gave me everything I needed. One twin somehow got outside around 8 p.m. and was wandering the yard alone in just a t-shirt and underwear. He was filthy with visible bruises on his arms and legs. At one point he tried to climb the fence to my yard but couldn't make it over. My heart broke watching this kid search for help while his mother was out drinking again. I called CPS emergency services immediately and explained the pattern of abandonment and current danger. They arrived within an hour and found both children alone and distressed. Police tracked Karen down at a wine bar where she was doing karaoke with friends. When they brought her back, she was screaming that I set her up and demanding they check my house instead. She kept yelling, "She's framing me. She's the neglectful one," while her twins cowered in the social worker's car. She was arrested that night, still insisting I doctored the videos somehow. In the end, her ex-husband got emergency custody, and Karen lost full custody of her kids and went to prison for child abuse.